Hi everyone, I'm back with another video to my series Yuletide Cheer, the kit created by Joey Cardmaker, and it is an 1843 Victorian London kind of that Dickinson vibe where you think you'd see Tiny Tim and Scrooge come running through the streets. So I had to make this because I keep forgetting the name of the kit. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Joyous Noel or something. So first, Nancy Pitter had recovered a something, I can't remember. And I said that I had done it. Oh, she did a journal with a candy box. And I said I had taken a Cadbury box, the Cadbury chocolates, and I recovered it. And she said she'd like to see it. Well, this is it. I used a scrapbook paper that was from a paper pad. And I just wrapped it, gave it a new bottom, cut a fancy little back, punched the holes back in it, and well, it's tied, so I'm not gonna, well, why not? Let's just undo it. I just did it for fun. I had this pretty cord. I think I thrifted. I just repunched the holes, and there it is. Might not have been Cadbury, I can't recall, but it was something that my son got and was munching on. And I snagged it. I think he had it in the recycling. And I think I snagged it out, trash to treasure. So then I just gave it a little tie. And it says here, I need to find someone to gift something to in it. But in the meantime, I can't even tie a bow. There we go. The wind is howling. It is so loud, I can't believe it. I probably wouldn't be surprised if something was blowing around outside. Blowing over. I've got my lawn furniture's all in and the pillows from the chairs and everything, so I'm prepared for winter. But anyway, this is it, Nancy. That's what I did. Next, I got a show and tell. My friend Margaret that I clean her floors every 2 weeks. I go and just do her floors. She's in her 80s. She had an antique shop for years. And I've shared that she's always gifting me things from jewelry to books to lace. She gave me a Ziploc baggie full of lace. She just is always giving me something. Frames for my gallery wall. This was a sari silk. A sari from Singapore. It says $27. It's from Singapore. It has the American dollar sign. And it was from her sister. Her sister brought it back and gave it to her. And her sister's getting ready to go to Antarctica. She's taking her son and daughter-in-law along. It's her favorite place in the world, and she wanted to go back again. She's traveled the entire world and back again and over. And she wanted to know if I would like to have this. And I don't think I can cut it up. So this is what she gave me yesterday, among other things. I have no idea I don't know how to wear them. I mean, I'm not going to wear it, but isn't it lovely? It's just beautiful. I'm like, no, are you serious? She said, yes, take it. I forgot she gave me 2 more picture frames, and I forgot them because I had a whole bag of stuff. She's going through all her things and giving them away and donating. And so she had an antique shop for years and years and years, and she has a beautiful home and beautiful things. I do a little dusting, not a lot. She keeps up with her dusting. I don't know how because she's got so much stuff, but she does. She putters around. And oh my gosh, she's sharp as a tack and just busy. I love her. She always wants to hug me, and I say, oh my God, my head is so sweaty because my hair sweats in the summer. They don't, elderly people don't use air conditioning. And her house is so hot in the summer. It's 3 stories. And her husband is so sweet. They're just wonderful people. I think I'll put a rubber band on this real quick. Not real quick, but you know how we say real quick, and then we don't really mean real quick. This will work. I had a fat one here. I don't know where it went. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to hoard it for a while. because I don't think I'm going to cut it. The other thing she gave me, well, she gave me a bunch of stuff yesterday, was this, and I've just unwrapped it to look at it. I have no idea what it is. 100% rayon made in Thailand. I don't know. I'm sure her sister brought it to her from something. I should have asked her. But it's huge. I mean, I don't know what I'd do with it. One of my granddaughters would love it. Maybe I'll do that. Actually, that's a good idea. I have a granddaughter that loves tie-dye. All right, let's get into this journal. So, let's back up. I took the green file folder and I cut it down and made what I thought was going to be my journal, and I was going to sew my signatures in. I put this buckle on it, this lock, and then I took an old book and I was using it to give stability while I put this lock on, because I needed something in there to keep it from closing on me. Then I got the idea, well, then I didn't like how the piano roll was behaving because it was cracking. That's actually not cracking here. See, it's cracking. So then I got the idea that I would take this book and turn it into the journal and use this for the cover. But then I needed to cover these areas that were cracking. So I cut down another file folder. I'm just recapping everything quickly. And covered these edges. And I gave this a new spine to keep this down. This one needs to be done yet. That's why this file folder's out here, but I won't do that on camera. That's not interesting to watch. These are just floating in here. They're just glued in the centers. Well, this one's all the way, but in case I want to add some lace or something under it. I'm not really worried about the inside, but this definitely will need done. I'll probably do like I did this. So, and this is definitely not done. This is the tag that goes in it. This is from a pocket kit he had. I need to put a string on this, and then it closes like this. I may put a little button on here. Actually, I think I will. I'll put 2 buttons on there. I'll come back to that. I know I have buttons cut out already. There's 2 right here, actually. 2 or 3. Oopsie. So yeah, I think I'll, oh, you know what? Then it's going to, no, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to lose that light. All right, so this I'm going to put aside. I'm going to get back to this. This is the journal then. So this is all down. I put some lace. This is the original old book. The corner was all mouse chewed, so I put a piece of cardboard under there. I kind of like that sticking out. I might lessen that a little bit. There. Oh my gosh, I can't get the wind. I wish you could hear it. Then I took this fabric, and you can see where I've just attached it. It's glued. I glued it around. You can see where it's going to fray a little, so I might need to, I actually haven't trimmed it yet. Yes, I'm nervous. This is making me extremely nervous. But I'll probably put some kind of lace on it. Then the inside has a hidden spine. It's only got 1 signature. I put that in off camera. I haven't filmed for several days. So there's 1 signature in here. This is done. The inside, I put some lace along here. Let's see, where's my center? Looks nice. And then I put this here to kind of hide. I didn't like how the hidden spine fabric glued down. Got a pocket in the back with his portrait. I just made a little taggy thing. It's not decorated. I put this picture on here as a little flip. Nothing fancy. I haven't gotten very fancy on this. I want to get this done because the season, you know, it's Christmas season. I took a piece of his collage paper. I think it was just a collage, a background page. and I folded it. I cut it so that I could fold it into a folio type thing. And all I've done is pop in this. Is upside down. This is the top. I may write on it or something, or do something to it. So this goes in here, and then I just have this. This was just laying off to the side, and I'm like, what is that? I was going to glue something on it. And it was already folded and coffee dyed, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just going to pop that in there to journal on. And I may decorate it. I may put, you know, maybe I'll put a tab. Oh my gosh, my fingers are called butterfingers today. Maybe I'll put one of these at the top. Yeah, let's do that. That way you can see that, because there's a staircase here. You can see that it's, which is the top. So I'm going to get to work on the jewelry on the front. I like to do a lot of jewelry on my journals. Sometimes I'm not able, depending on the journal, but generally I do. So I found an interesting channel today. I do a lot of baking, a lot of cinnamon rolls, homemade bread. I haven't made homemade egg noodles I'm just going to say I haven't made them since my kids left home. I just haven't. I used to make homemade noodles all the time. Eggs, make a well in your bowl with flour, and I can't recall what all went in. Salt, probably baking powder. But you make your eggs, you know, you beat your eggs and put them in the center and do them all with your hands. And I haven't done it in years. She had duck eggs. She's in Iowa, and she grew up horse and buggy Mennonite, or old order Mennonite. And she has a YouTube channel, the Zimmermans. And she's got all these little kids, and they're making noodles. It's like a whole day project, and they dry them. And she was using an iron to dry them faster. She said her grandmother and her mom did it, which would have been, her and her husband both grew up Amish, old order Mennonite, I should say. Because Amish would not use an iron, but Mennonite would. So I'm going to pop this in here. There's that. Okay. It was interesting. She used duck eggs. She told which ducks she used and the ones that she used to have. I'm just going to put this in here. It's not necessarily going to stay there. So I'm going to do a little flip through real quick. I took the Yuletide Cheer off of the Ko-fi page, the header page, and I cut the portraits out and everything, and then I used it for a little uptuck. I'm just going to pop some of these in. Actually, I'm going to round these corners quick, because I think they slide in better when they're rounded. See, they don't catch. Sometimes they catch and then they'll peel back. I'm going to do a small rounding on this. I worked in this last night in the recliner for quite a while. Actually, let's put this down here. There. Okay. This is nothing on this yet. I have a lot of portraits to add. This is kind of big. I made these, this came with it, this flag thing, and I took a scrap of another background page, and I put a tab on it, nothing on the back. That can go up over, just up over like that. Move that over. I don't know where all my portraits are. Should we just pop her here? Make her a little tuck. Wow, the wind. It's absolutely insane. I can't even get a hold of stuff. Here I have this sheet music too. I don't know if you can hear that wind. What on earth? It almost sounds like my roof is blowing off. Roof. Whatever. See, that's too big. I don't like losing these images. Isn't that silly? But let's put her on anyway, as a side tuck. Boy, I don't know what that wind is doing, but I almost want to go outside and investigate. Somebody, well, I'm not live, but if I was, I'd say somebody go Google and see what the wind speed is in Iowa right now. It's crazy. Okay, here's a little side tuck. Now I'm going to have to pop something in there just to remember. How's that? I've got all these cute things done. I'll tell you what I was thinking about doing. Let me hold that down. I found this frame. I'm going to say this is the top. I thought about framing one of these. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Or this gal, that little girl would be cute. She's beautiful. It's metal, so it's going to be, I don't know, I think it might go this way. The flowers are going up. So that's one of my thoughts. Then I have this piece of jewelry that I don't like these chains. I'm going to remove them right now. I say right now, but I can't find my tools. Here's one. Where's my other one? I don't know where my other one is, the one I like. I used it for a weight the other day. Where is it? Here it is. I don't like these chains. These look odd to me. Like misplaced. Even if I don't use them on this, I don't want these chains, so. It's a brooch, by the way. I still don't like them. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a brooch, a necklace, a belt. It's going away. Anyway, I watched her make cinnamon rolls this morning, and I love making cinnamon rolls. That's kind of one of my things. I'm just going to throw all this away, all this garbage. This I might keep. And she used potatoes, mashed potatoes in them. I've made potato bread, but I've never made, oh, that's going to stick. That's cute. I like that. What else do I have? I have a tag. That won't work. We'll just pop that in. And maybe a card. There. So the front. I might need all the jewelry on the front of this. I don't like the way that heart's hanging. Do you ever feel like you're just all butterfingers? I feel like I'm all butterfingers. All right. I'm afraid if I put this on here, the journal's not going to close. But, oh, how I would love it on here. It's not going to work though, is it? Because this is going to be, unless I do something here. This could actually stick up and out. That might be quite nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to plan as if I'm going to do this and cut it away. Boy, I don't know what that noise is, but I hope it's over there at the place up the road because it's loud. Okay. I think I'll take a pencil and kind of, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of trying to feel. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. That's what we're doing. We're just playing. I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger and then trim as I need to. And if I mess it up, there's more where this came from. What is that saying? No harm, no foul. What did I decide? The flowers are going up. Decided. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to add it to the book yet, to the cover. Wouldn't that be pretty on a piece of book page? Oh, that'd be, or you know what else would be pretty on is sheet music. This is some pockets that I made. Oh, that's beautiful. It's also crooked at the bottom. For some reason, I just thought I'm hungry for chili. It is cold here in Iowa today. It's so windy. If I were to add this to here and let these be pockets, it's getting caught because I have a thumb notch out. I'm getting caught on that. Is it glued shut? Did you glue that shut? What's going on in here? There. Oh, it's not glued down right. There we go. Okay. There. And there. Oh, you know what I did? I need to redo this. It's not a problem, though. Let's put him in here. Let's let him be her, what do you call it, her muse? How do you think this could be? I think very nicely. Oh, guys, I think I have a new idea. Oh, my word. It won't work, though. Well, I really like the door, so I'm not going to do that. I'm afraid this is going to imprint this. Maybe on the, oh, he's here. And this is here. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. Let's see. Why can't this just be a... All right, it's going to sit there and I'm going to have to think about it. It's just going to have to stew in my head for a while. Otherwise, I need to get to this cover. I'm either going to do this. I can pull this all apart. I don't want all this pin back stuff. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Throw that away before I step on it. Oh, I got a sliver under my thumbnail yesterday at my client's home. I'm going to tell you that hurt. I said, Margaret, do you have a... I'm going to put this in here. Do you have a needle? She goes, I have a pin. I said, that'll work. I've had my tetanus shot. I'm going to pop this in here. I need some stability in here to work on this. I've had my tetanus shot. I just stabbed myself. How did you do that? I said, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't like that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't like it. She could, however, be up here. She really could. There's something behind her. All right, I'm gonna let that go for now. Let's get to this. I got the lace on the insides. The lace is on there. I need to do something here. This is that gathered. I don't know what that is from. I think it's this one. And I've cut it, so let's do that again. Okay, that's what we'll do. This is going on the back with my sewing scissors. Right down the middle. Or, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clip it. Yeah, I think chili sounds good tonight and some homemade cinnamon rolls. Now I'm in the mood. Maybe some cornbread instead. That sounds so good. There we go. This is what we'll do. Okay. Need to clean this up a little. So this weekend, Saturday night, down in Gretna, which is a bedroom community of Omaha, our friends from here at the lake, they live there. That's their permanent residence. Well, their lake home is here where I'm at. They are having they rented a karaoke bus. It's all decorated in Christmas. I was invited to go. You pay. Obviously, they divide the fee up. And I think it's $60 a person to ride the karaoke bus. And I suppose get drunk and make a fool of yourself and sing. And I'm not going. Number one, I don't drink that much. Number two, I'm not above having a drink. Don't get me wrong. I'll tell you, I love a good shot of, what do you call it? See, I can't even think of it. I drink it so much. Ha. Fireball. I love Fireball. Isn't that funny? It's whiskey, but it's, really hot cinnamon. I love that. I don't do it very often, but sometimes Caleb, when he's here, August doesn't care for it, but I'll say, oh, let's do a shot of Fireball. So we'll do that. That's fun. I don't like wine. I don't like beer. I don't drink any of that stuff. I like peachy flavored girly stuff. Anyway, I don't want to go. I'm not paying $60 to ride a dang bus with a bunch of people singing karaoke when they've been drinking. And they ride around Omaha and look at the colored the lights. And in Omaha, the lights are fancy. I mean, they're like hired done. They're set to music. When my daughter lived in La Vista, which is it's not in Omaha, but it's connected. Do you know what I mean? How the cities are all, you go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you never feel like you've ever left the same town. Anyway, we went Christmas light looking, and you turn your radio on in your car. I know it's a big thing now. Back then it was brand new thing. And you look at all the lights and you turn it on and everything's flashing to like Michael Jackson Thriller or something. And it's kind of cool. It's actually kind of cool. So they're going to meet at the friend's house. They have a beautiful home. Meet there, have snacks and drinks, and then go on the bus. And the driver, includes his tip and everything. And then the boys, they're going to stay overnight there at this couple's house. And I was invited to go. And my neighbor next door that I go thrifting with, they're all friends. We're all friends. She wants me to come and stay at their house. Please come. She texted me yesterday. Please come. I want you to come. She calls me Mom. Mom, please come. I want you to stay at my house. And I just texted a microphone emoji. And I said, it's not really my thing. I don't want to look like a fool. I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I have some, I think it's in that drawer over there. I'm not going to get it. You put it on and then stuff doesn't fray. I think I'm going to dab that along that edge. So there's my back. There's the front. So we've got some pretty lace. This is the different one. This is tatting. Should I put anything here? Or is it laced out enough? Maybe some tatting. Where'd that go? I do like a mixture. Where is the tatting? Here it is. This one is this one. So I could keep that to the front. I think I'll do that. Too late now, it's cut. Cut right here. Yeah, this was a $5 pillowcase. I just wanted the tatting. But, it's beautiful and it's not something that's on anything else. It makes it special. I'll go right above that stitching line. Tatting's a dying art. There used to be a lady in the nursing home here. Oh, it's been 10 years or more. And she would teach you how to tat. You had to go in. She had her, what do you call that, tatting spool or whatever. It's a little wooden thing. You have all these dang strings coming, and you just, I don't know how they do it. I don't think very many people do it anymore. It's a dying art. Yeah, let's put that there. I don't think we'd want it in, just because this way it's going out. So we'd want it to match. I'll put that right along here. I haven't been out in my backyard for 2 weeks even, maybe even longer. Hauled all the chairs in, stacked the ones that stack, brought in the pillows, everything around the fire pit. I had chairs all around the fire pit, stacked those in, brought them in the garage. Everything's brought in. The smoker is covered and it's brought in. I don't know why it's in. It's got a cover, but my son dragged it in. I said, you need to move that up a little bit because I don't think I can get my car in. My car's more important. It's an expensive smoker, but car first. So he did that last night. We had a dusting of snow, so we haven't had a big snow. But I said, when the snow hits, my car's going in the garage every day. So my garage is so full of stuff. I can get in there, but it's got a lot of stuff. I got an antique trunk in there. I've got some chairs from Mexico that are my son's. And they're old and they're carved. And he got them, to tell you the truth, he got them along the side of the road. They have what's called junk days, and you can get rid of stuff, and people drive around and just pick it up. And then the next week, what isn't taken, you can pay the city $10 and they'll take it for you for free. So you can put as much as you want out there for $10, and you get on their list, and then they come around and get everything. There, guys, I think I like that. I really want some jewelry on this, though. And I don't know why can't I put that there. That's her. It's a portrait of her family. I have some this is from when I was 17 years old. 19 years old. I don't know why I said 17. I was in high school. I was going to get married, and this was my fabric. It's from Italy. This is the top. No, this is the top. And my mom and I were making the dress, and I decided I don't want to get married. And he was a nice guy. He's gone now. He was a senior at Iowa State University in animal husbandry. He was an animal husbandry major. He's a very nice guy, good family, nice guy. I just got the cold feet. I'm like, the panic. You know what I could do is, let's try something. I'm probably going to be at the point where I've got too much, but I'm thinking I'm going to cut around this embroidery. Anyway, I had yards and yards and yards of this. My mom and dad owned a fabric and they were franchisees, you would call them. They had a Radio Shack franchise. They had a Windows franchise. They sold windows. They had manufactured homes franchise. They were called weather shelled windows, but the homes were called something else. and they sold them. They came in on a trailer in sections, and they went up. They weren't mobile homes. They weren't built on a railroad track or anything. They were just literal walls, kind of like, I can't think of what they were called. And they had the Radio Shack. They had a carpet and drapery business. They had a huge building with rolls and rolls and rolls of carpet. And when I graduated from high school, I went to work. Well, I didn't work there right away. Well, yes, I did. I worked there for a while, probably a year or so. Then I flew the coop, and I didn't go to college. I flew the coop and got a job at another place. Anyway, when my mom got cancer when I was 22, she went through cancer surgery and everything, and she ended up passing away after 11 months. They gave her 6 months to live. But anyway, since I knew how to make the draperies, she was right in the middle of a 50, I think it was like 50 windows in a nursing home. They were fiberglass curtains because fire retardant. And she was working on an attorney, his bedroom, custom made bedspread, which means you measure the rise of the bed, the width, everything's measured. And you have to, everything fits, and then you do a cording, like a cord. You cover the cord, and the side of the bedspread and the top of the bedspread meets with the cord all the way around. And she had the shears were like this, embroidered. This isn't the fabric, but it was like this, and it was from Italy. And they were hemmed. The fabric came hemmed, pre-hemmed, with lace, not lace, but like this. So they were made from the bottom up. In other words, you didn't hem them because they came with the hem, if that makes sense. The hem was hand embroidered. So I had to make those, and I knew how to do draperies, and I knew how to do the blinds. The blinds were custom-made blinds. You measure the windows, and then you custom cut them, and then you would have like fancy, I don't know how to, scallops on them. And I knew how to do all that stuff. So when she got her, I had to come home from Missouri and take over her end of the business and finish the nursing home, which that wasn't hard because I knew how to pinch plate and everything. I had learned that. But the bedspread, I had never, and she came home and she was laying on the couch. You know, she had been opened up, and they said, you have blah, blah, blah. So she was laying on the couch or in her bed, but she was on the couch watching the 700 Club, if anybody knows what that is. And I would walk up and I'd go, I don't know how to do this. I don't understand. She'd tell me, can't do nothing. And she'd send me back, figure it out. She'd try to draw me a picture and tell me, and oh my God. In one hand, I say, what kind of a brat was I? Here's my mom dying of cancer, and I'm walking up there going, I don't understand. But then on the other hand, I look back on it and I say, what kind of pressure did I have? That's their business, their livelihood. They had all this fabric for this lawyer. The draperies were lined, which I knew how to line draperies already. That wasn't even a thing. And I could probably to this day, well, I know I could do it. It's not a big deal. They had these massive tables. I had my own table and she had hers, and they were, like 4x8 sheets of plywood, but they were covered in a quilt fabric and then the irons came down from the ceiling, and I don't know how to explain it. We had professional sewing machines and all that, but here I am, and I figured it out. I'd never done cording. And the satin bedspread, I had to take that fabric and cover that cord and then fit it in between the top of the bedspread and the side, the drop it was called. And gosh, I can't believe I remember all this. And don't ask me what the hell I'm doing here. I just had it in my head that I may want to put this behind her somehow. Anyway, I did it, guys. I figured it out. And you know what? The lawyer's probably long gone. The drapes are probably long in there. Is that going to take away from it? I think it's pretty. I don't know if that's the right side. I think it is. And maybe I'll pull a little more out. I know it's hiding that. Boy, I don't know where I get these wild damn stories and ideas. It's a true story, though. I didn't make it up. There, how's that? I don't know. I'm thinking. But there's no dangle. I almost don't even care if this goes back in that cover. Is that crazy? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to wait for comments. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to spot it on. Anyway, my mom lived, she was supposed to live 6 months. She had cancer in the, I don't know, I always thought it was in her hip joint because she went to the chiropractor for quite a while, and my mom was a very fancy dresser, and she got her nails and hair done all the time, and she was very hoity-toity. My parents were hoity-toity. I am not hoity-toity. I would be happy being a hippie, although I'm not. But, you know, I haven't had my hair done since I went to prom my senior year. My daughter's wedding, maybe. But anyway, then she ended up going through another cancer surgery, and it spread to her liver and her lungs and all the way through. So by the time I was 22, I lost my mom. By the time I was 23, I lost my dad. And so here we were with their business. And they had furniture. They also sold furniture, guys. They had Radio Shack. And when my dad passed away, listen to this. My dad died in the hospital after his surgery. He made it to recovery. He had a part of his lung removed. He was in recovery and he died in recovery. But his store, my parents' store, was robbed 2 weekends in a row after my dad died. Who does that kind of crap? So they robbed, this is back when Radio Shack is the realistic brand. You know, the great big speakers that sit on the floor and the, I want to say woofers, that came later. CB radios were big then for truckers. CB radios, great big stereos, receivers, turntables, all that kind of stuff was stolen. 2 weekends in a row they were wiped out. And the furniture they sold, they had some samples in the store, but they would send you to the warehouses in Omaha and you would take their introduction card. And that way my parents didn't have inventory because they had probably, I don't know, 100 or more rolls of carpet, like entire rolls. The semi would back up from Dalton, Georgia, and unload rolls into the warehouse end of their business. But I made drapes for a while, and then my dad ended up ordering them made at Kirsch in Colorado. He would send the measurements, and they made them there. But they had a huge business. I don't know where this is going. I guess I was talking about this fabric. There, I just freaking did the front. I did also have this that I had considered. But isn't going to go. There we go, guys. I think I'm going to end with this so it can dry because I don't want to be flipping around on it. Thanks for hanging and listening to my stupid stories. I hope everybody has a good week. What is it, Wednesday? Tomorrow I'm going to go clean up my friend's house cleanup. I was just there last Wednesday. I go once a week now through the holidays for her. She's really busy. She works at a nonprofit, and she's extremely busy. They're doing fundraisers right now, and she's the head of all the marketing and fundraising and everything. It's for special needs individuals with challenges, and they have cottages where they live, and they have jobs for them. And anyway, they're doing a fundraiser, and it generally goes for their pool. They have a beautiful pool, and she's doing an online auction right now, which I donated to. Oh, I should have donated a journal. But anyway, she's busy with that, so I just go in and make sure her house is nice. She's the one where I stay with her little doggy, which I'm doing 13th and 14th. I'm going to stay for 2 nights and watch him so she can go be with her family. And that is that. Okay, guys, let's let this dry and come back to it maybe later. I'll get this uploaded and snoop around on here and see what I can come up with for my next little installment. Thanks, guys. Joey Cardmaker's Kit on Etsy and Ko-fi. Have a great day. Bye-bye.